Lance Ulanoff, Chief Correspondent, Mashable. I'm super excited. I can't tell you guys how excited I am right now because I have a new hoverboard. I mean, that's really what this is all about. Inside this box is the Segway miniPRO. It's also, there's a company called Ninebot in there. It's a little confusing, quite honestly, but what I can tell you is this is a new entry in the personal mobility, personal transportation space. It's UL certified, which means it's okay to be shipped from China, which is where this box came from, into the US. That also means it shouldn't burst into flames. So you're here with me to open it up and touch it and see it for the very first time. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I've got a scissor. I've got a, you see my hands, how dirty they are? This box, I mean, clearly traveled from China. I'm covered in stuff. It's gross. All right, so we'll tear this off first. So, just while we're doing this, while we're doing this, a little history. Hoverboards arrived on the scene probably about a year ago, maybe a little bit less. They exploded. They were everywhere. Everyone was riding them. Everyone was really excited about them. And then they started to have some problems. They started to catch on fire. The battery, the chargers started to catch on fire. Turned out that the people that kind of certify these things for being safe and all, the UL people, well, they've never really gotten around to certifying these things because they came into the US market so quickly. So long story short, eventually the federal government stepped in and banned them. So as of, I think, February maybe, they were banned in the US. So all of those, mostly swagways, all those hoverboards disappeared. Finally, the Underwriters Laboratory, UL, came up with a certification. This product is one of the very first to get it. And it is literally the first one that I have unboxed since the new certification. All right, I'm going to turn this around a little bit so you guys can see. And you'll also see the confusion on the name. It says miniBot by Segway miniPRO. No, I'm sorry, Ninebot by Segway miniPRO. So they seem to want us to call it the miniPRO. Segway is a company that was started by the inventor Dean Kamen in like 2000, and he showed off this personal mobility device that was going to change the world. It did not. The company changed hands a few times, but the technology is really what you find inside all of those hoverboards. So it's kind of exciting that the company that first came up with this idea is now back, in a way, with its own rider. And they're all much smaller than the original Segway. This thing is heavy, by the way, really heavy. All right, almost got it out of here. All right. All right, so you can see a picture of what it looks like. One of the things that you might notice about this is it's got the wheels and the platform very similar to other hoverboards, but it also has this neck in the middle, which is going to be for stability. Your knees or your calves can kind of press against that. Also, the wheels are larger, much larger. All right, let's open this baby up. So just in case you're just joining us, I'm Lance Ulanoff, Chief Correspondent for Mashable. This is the miniPRO, Segway's miniPRO, or Ninebot by Segway miniPRO. God only knows what the proper name is. But what you really need to know is that this is the return of hoverboards. They're back. This guy, by the way, I think costs roughly $1,000. So it's not as cheap as some of those other guys. Please read first. Download the Ninebot by Segway app on your mobile device to initialize it. Complete new rider tutorial during which max speed is limited to 4.3 miles an hour. That's slow. So most of the hoverboards can go up to probably 10 or 11 miles an hour, which is probably too fast. You need to ride for 0.6 miles to unlock speed limit. Oh, and then maybe you can go faster. Okay. For your safety, the miniPRO tilts back to indicate that you need to temporarily reduce your speed. It will work with the iPhone. The app will work with the iPhone, Google Play, all of that. So we will install the app at some point. This is not a review, it's just an unboxing. So I really want to just show you everything that's inside of it. I will be reviewing this product. This is some paperwork. We don't care about that. Over here. So this, okay, so this is the neck for the miniPRO. This is some heavy duty stuff. So, more to the name confusion. Ninebot by Segway. Word miniPRO isn't even on here, but oh, here it is. Ninebot by Segway miniPRO. Dear Segway, tell me what the hell the name of this thing is. All right. Whoa, this is quite, no wonder it's so heavy. It's really big. It smells bad. Okay. Here's the big reveal, people. Oh. Okay. So, put this aside for a second. Let's take a look at this. This is much bigger and much more substantial than any hoverboard I've ever seen. I'll turn it a little bit this way. First of all, the wheels are, instead of being solid, they're not solid rubber, they're inflated. They're about 10 inches in diameter. So you're actually gonna end up higher off the ground than you would be on a traditional hoverboard. This thing is built solidly, I would say. This guy goes on here. Looks like it's let's see. Oh, so it goes like that. Slides on. That locks in. So let's turn this around. So you'd stand here. Your knees would lock against this. And off you'd go. Now right now it's not on, so that's not going to stand up on its own. We will, just for kicks, we will try and power this on before all is said and done. Once again, if you're just joining us and you're wondering what the heck this thing is, this is the Segway miniBot, or as Segway likes to confuse us and say, Ninebot by Segway miniPRO. It is a kind of like a hoverboard. It's a personal transportation device. One of the other things that's really cool about this that none of the other hoverboards did is it comes with an app, and the app can remote control this thing. So you don't even have to be on it for it to ride around. I'm not sure of exactly why you'd use it that way, unless you can attach something else and have it pick up like a drink for you. There is another model of this that Intel was working on that has like a head that you can put on it so it looks like a robot. That's not this one, and that's probably a lot more expensive than this. This is supposed to be about $1,000. It's available right now, actually, on Amazon. You can pre-order it. Okay, this is really important. This is the charging brick. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. So here's the charging brick, and what we're looking for on here is something that says UL certification. I can't see it right now. I'm sure it's on here. And can you see it? I can't see it. I see it there. I can't see it. I'm sure it's on there somewhere. I know that on the bottom of this, I'm going to turn this around. This is the first hoverboard that you will see with this. I'll flip it over. Oh. So you see this UL certification sticker, and it's a rainbow. It's a holographic sticker. So this is safe to ride, safe to charge. This is your charging brick. Oh, that's to pump up your tires. I don't know what these are for. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Nothing else in here.
The audience has a lot of opinions about the word hoverboard.
Oh, do you? Oh,
it should be called a rollerboard.
You know what? They're 100% correct. It is not a hoverboard. You're not hovering. But that became the only reason I use that is that's become the shorthand for these devices. you're not hovering at all. You're rolling around on a couple of wheels. The really cool technology is about self-balancing, because if you tried to stand on two wheels without any technology under you, with just a platform, you'd fall flat on your face. But you can stand still on this, and the wheels will do the balancing. This is technology that goes straight back to the original Segway, which was introduced in roughly 2002. Exactly the same technology. In fact, by the way, Segway's suing everybody else who tried to make one of these because they say they own the technology. All right, so should we try and turn it on? I mean, we can give it a shot. I have no idea whether or not it'll even power up. But here's the power button. Let's, ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, as you can see, it's already balancing on its own. I wonder if, I know, see, I'd love to just put it down and stand on it. Problem is you guys won't be able to see, but you will be able to see me moving back and forth. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to keep it right here for a second. Now, do not do as I do. You wear one of these, you ride one of these, you wear a helmet. But I know you guys want to see what it's like, and I do too. So, let's just take this off for a second. Don't tell my mom I did this, all right? Don't tell my wife. Don't tell anyone, all right? I'm going to lift it up like this. Put it on the ground. All right, all right. Oh, it's literally like riding a bike. So now, I'm turning around. So what's kind of, yeah, all right. Stop. I have no idea why it's beeping at me. So this works a little bit differently. To turn, instead of pressing like on my toe or my heel, I'm actually using the center post to turn. I'm leaning. Yeah, check this out, folks. You're seeing a live, probably the first live demo you've seen. So watch me. I'm going to lean a little bit. So it's kind of a lean with my knees. And then if I want to go, I basically lean forward with my body, which is very much like the other hoverboards that I've ridden on. You can see I'm not doing the balancing. I have no idea what those beeps mean right now. I'm doing the opposite of what you're supposed to do. I haven't read a single thing. I'm just giving it a shot. But I've ridden enough of these hoverboards to have a good sense of how they work. Now, I think that I can adjust this. I can adjust it up and down if I want. What I'm not quite comfortable with is sort of the turning way, because I'm so used to using my feet to make the turn, and I'm having to actually do this thing with my knees, which is weird. I kind of wish I could just use my toes and my heels to turn. But the wheels are huge. It's a very smooth ride. You guys have any questions about this? We'll take a quick look. So if you're looking for this on Amazon right now, you could look up Segway, you could look up miniPRO, you could even look up Ninebot. Any of those will probably take you to the same place. Costs about $1,000. I'm not sure the range on this right now. Usually it's miles. This is actually fully charged right now, it looks like. And it's pretty cool. All right, let me turn a little this way. All right, I'm going to get off of this. Now, here's a trick for getting off. This is usually the same. When you get off of one of these, you step back with one foot. Wish me luck, because if I'm going to fall, now would be the time. Are you ready? Everybody ready? Here we go. All right, so we're off. I'm going to lift this up and show you one more time. All right, so there you have it. This is, what do we call it? The Ninebot by Segway miniPRO, or the miniPRO by Segway-Ninebot. What it is another hoverboard back in the US. There'll probably be more to come, but they probably won't look like this. This is actually a really unusual device. So make sure to check back with Mashable and on our Facebook channels. We're going to have a review of this device. We're going to tell you a lot more about it. But you guys got the first demonstration. You've seen it in action. I didn't fall. I didn't die. I want to thank you all for joining me. This is Lance Ulanoff, Chief Correspondent for Mashable. This is Segway's new product, the miniPRO, and we'll see you next time. Wow.